Now, a proposed high-speed railway line linking London and Birmingham has been given qualified support by a group of MPs. The Transport Committee says there's a good economic case for the line, which would allow trains to travel at up to 250 miles an hour. But it says there could be a substantial negative impact on the countryside and communities along the route. It wants the government to give a firm commitment to extend the route to Manchester and Leeds. Well, the Labour MP Louise Ellman chairs the committee and is in our Westminster studio. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Is there a strong case for this?
There's a good case for a high-speed rail network. The West Coast Main Line is full. It's full for passengers and it's full for freight. There's a lot of freight currently on the road that could come onto the rail line. We need a high-speed rail network, but as well as investing in that, we must have continued investment in the existing line so that that could be freed up to run more local and regional services. But the high-speed network is required.
A high-speed network to Birmingham, but certainly beyond. That is your concern.
Yes, it must be beyond. The government currently is saying that they want to have phase 1 that goes from London to Birmingham, followed by phase 2 going to Leeds and to Manchester. We want a very firm commitment from the government at the beginning of this investment that the line will go beyond Birmingham. That's extremely important.
This would put increasing pressure on the existing networks. Do we have the ability to cope with that?
Yes, we do. We need more capacity. More and more people are using the railways, and at the moment there is severe overcrowding a great deal of the time. There isn't enough space to run new services. There isn't enough space to run more freight services, to take lorries off the road. So we need a new dedicated line, but investment must continue in the existing line so that everyone can benefit and we can run more local and regional services as well as high-speed intercity services to bring our major cities closer together.
When you talk about a negative impact on the environment and the communities, one thinks of the Chilterns particularly, where this line is going to go straight through. Doesn't that have a real bearing on whether this should go ahead?
The decision ultimately will be for Parliament after very detailed consideration and should be taken in the national interest, but there could be adverse consequences for local communities, and it's very necessary to consider those as well, and it's wrong to castigate as NIMBYs people who are simply expressing legitimate concerns about their local areas.
Louise Ellman, thank you very much for your time this morning.